Yes, dear all participants, and welcome to my session on the VisIQ. So, first of all, thank you, Mogola sir, Ephraim sir, Vishna ma'am, and Betty ma'am for being a part of this. And now, the topic on which I will be presenting is Introduction to the Group of Microorganisms. So, this is one thing which is I will be just briefly introducing my subject, my content. So, you can see on the screen. This is the objective to diagrammatically represent or with the help of images and different living organisms such as bacteria and archaea, fungi, protozoa, some of the algae and viruses. So let me show you diagrammatically some sort of uh, pictures and some content. So this is the first picture, actually a bacterial cell. You can see on the screen. This picture is clear. It's a diagram, a picture of a bacteria. It has a cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the internal part of a cell. What you want to see on the screen is actually a picture, a diagram of a bacterial cell. The internal part is the cytoplasm, the ground-like substances. This boundary, yellowish one, is called cell membrane. You have a cell wall just next to it. This part is cell wall. You have a cell capsule. You have mitochondria, which gives the energy. You have nucleoid and you have plasmid. It's a case of bacteria. Bacteria are basically present everywhere, and these are the content and these are the living microorganisms which are present in soil, water, and they vary in size. And these are the important living microorganisms which are responsible for degradation. They are not always playing a negative role, they play positive role also. The next picture what I'm showing you is a different group of bacteria called is the Archaebacteria. Now these are very different ones. These are actually the ones which can survive in extreme condition. Some of them can survive at low temperature. Some of them can survive at very high temperature. Some of them are basically capable to synthesize the biogas, methanogenic bacteria. So these are the ones which are called as the Archaebacteria. The next one is fungi. Uh, the fungi is the one which you can see, it's like a mushroom. Most of you must have seen this, and mushrooms are of different variety. Some of them are capable to survive in uh, like some of them are capable of surviving in damp, like most of them need damp moist conditions. Some of them can have low pH requirements, and they generally live at 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. And basically this mushroom is one which is capable of having double role. Matlab, in one case it is giving a positive impact, giving a positive uh, let me try from here. So in certain cases, it is giving the positive impact. Yeah. So in certain cases, it is playing a negative role. In certain cases, it is playing a positive, and in certain cases negative role. Mushroom is one example, which is also edible, and some people eat and cook and eat it. So this is one fungi. Fungi, some of them produce toxins, not all, and some of them are capable of surviving in very different extreme conditions. Now the thing is, most of the people consider them to be only the ones having a negative aspect, but we should be like, yeah, we should be having both the consideration. So this is one example of fungi. The next what I am showing you is a picture which is called as protozoans. Like protozoans are the one which are of different shapes and variety. And for example, most of us must have heard in the school of amoeba. Amoeba doesn't have a distinct cell. For example, you can see here, it is actually one example of amoeba. Amoeba doesn't have a distinct typical cell. It will take the shape and it will just crawl. They have taken example of a thing called as plasmodium for the malarial. This parasite, it has taken the Anopheles. So this is one thing about protozoa. Next is algae. Now when I say algae, these are the ones which are capable of surviving in damp conditions. Now you can see typical green color because they are capable of producing pigment called as chlorophyll, and because of which they are capable to produce their own food material. And the next and the last one is viruses. Now viruses we know very well, these are actually very minute. You can see at the tip of a needle millions and billions of viruses can sit. You can't call them as microscopic, they are basically ultra microscopic. The size is in terms of nanometer. So and viruses, they need a live host cell for the growth. You cannot cultivate them in the laboratory. So this is one, like based on how the objective may, we have seen the different images of microorganisms. So this was my intention. So thank you all for listening to this. It was my intention to share with you all just a very basic information about different kind of microorganisms. I just tried to show some pictures which will make the content very clear, because most of you are not from biology background. So that is the main problem. So this is one thing. I will stop my recording now, and now the next person can start. So thank you so much.